that we said just mentioned the name, now Sheridan won't take that man's name out of her mouth. And one thing I'm surprised about is that Gigi's page has got deleted. Like, I'm not defending none of y'all ladies or girls or whatever, females. Gigi's page got deleted. Why is Sheridan's page still up? Because she's mentioned your kids. She said even worse than Gigi. I'm just like, everything. Louis, I was in a cult. Are we not tired? It's been almost a whole year that you people have just been mentioning one person. Now she's gonna put Tiffany amongst the false prophets and thing, and then she's inviting for a chat. It's giving, I don't know, it's just giving some weird ass vibe. And if I was Tiffany, I'd be like, why would I want to come and chat to you? Why would I want to come and chat when you just put me among them people that... But it depends what Tiffany said. Is she in support of Lovie? Because from what I found, she wasn't in support of Lovie. So it's just... do you know what? Yeah. Me, I'm about to take myself out of this whole chit-chat thing. Because I've got things that I'm doing. I've got other things to even do. Can't be sitting there mentioning some person's name over a year, almost over. Nah, fam. There's better ways to get views on YouTube. Tiffany's out here with how many properties, how many businesses, doing her own thing, enjoying life, while you are there busy crying about how one man didn't give you money, gave you money, didn't do this, did that, put you in an entanglement with now his wife. Who are you in this whole thing? Like, you were his sighting, begging to stay, doing all sorts to make him choose you. Rotted. Come on now. And then you cry, I was in a cult. You were busy forcing yourself to be, so that he could do, you buying him this, doing him that. Hey, wow. You're saying that you don't want any more graphic films of people doing. You didn't sign up for Cornhub or whatever hub. These times you were very explicit in what you and Lovie were getting up to. The explicit messages. You couldn't hide the explicitness of what was going on with you and Lovie. But you're there. Bro, what? And we know exactly what it's giving. I don't even have to say. You are busy there trying to validate yourself as to why you should be kept. Oh, I'm doing this for him. But I'm like this with him. But this like this with him. That ninja just likes poom. He's just in poom. He would do anything just to get new poom, extra poom, what poom. Oh, Elizabeth, you're from Texas. My daughter's dad lived in Texas. Yeah. You're a country girl. Yeah, there's something about them countryside girlies, I ain't gonna lie. Them village girls. I'm a village girl, so... Yeah. But there's a saying that sometimes you date all these city girls and leave you for a girl from the village. I'm personally upset because if you're saying Sally is not Lovie's child, did you ask him to do DNA test? Because I remember the time when I said when when I said to Lovey, when are you and Maggie gonna have a baby? And then I found out they were pregnant. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then, yeah. Yeah. So if Saley's not their baby, it's my baby, because I asked, can I have a baby? So if they do DNA test and then we found out that it's Lovey's baby, what are you going to... Are you going to take back your words? You don't do well with bullying, but you're not really coming as a woman like, girl, let's talk. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way she communicates, but it's a bit like, let's talk. You know, like in somebody's face, like, oh no, I didn't mean it like that. It was just, you know, I just found a thumbnail and I just put it there. But then, did you not think also? Because if you've been following the woman and you don't agree with their doctrines, but okay, you're in church school. Should we agree with your doctrine? Is your doctrine correct? You were sleeping around with a guy. You weren't even married. You couldn't even say no. No, you continued so that you thought your pussy had enough power to keep a man. Me, I just find it funny how you'll be there saying, you say EJ is your friend. You realize that EJ and Lovey are more friends than you and EJ. EJ will be there. Let me out you, EJ. EJ will be there sending digs, doing the most, like, like, I don't agree what she said or what she said. Do you think EJ would have complained that why have you got an eye on your book when I've got an eye on my book? EJ, I don't think EJ cares about all that. Because men are loyal to each other regardless. Especially when they know where they've came from. You think he'll let go of his friendship when we know we've come from Africa and we're in America? Lovey went and cried and said, I care about my brother. Where is the loyalty with you females? Why is Sheridan never said, oh, Gigi, let's do a podcast and talk about this higiaga of a prophet that we were sleeping with? Instead of, victim, I was in a cult. You're busy more concerned about his lazy eye than actually a bit of women's solidarity and saying, you know what, I'm here for you. But it shows you were in a competition with Maggie. And then when Maggie got married, oh no. Oh, he was busy giving me money. And then when you now deep it, it's not that he gave you money. He gave you back your money. Oh, he did this for me. If he was really that concerned, he'll be like, babes, let me get you a house with high beams so that you don't bump your tall self. When a man truly cares about you, he will even make the first steps before. He will act irrational and do for you before you even... You get me? He won't be acting like he's the prize. Why would he be acting like he's the prize? He will be doing for you like, babes, let me get you this. Let me do this for you. Let me, I can tell that you need this before you even open your mouth to say, oh, I'm going broke. He would have mentioned and said, look, I see how committed you are in my ministry. I really want to take you seriously. Not after you've been knocking for how many months. Oh, by the way, they have my baby. What? Oh, by the way, he was busy flying Gigi in his private jet. He was busy flying her in his PJ. Where were you? When was the day where he said, let me do this for you? I mean, okay, he did do a little date for you at the beach, which, yeah. But didn't she say he moved her into an apartment? Okay. So now that shows that, okay, it was a relationship in a sense. But then when a man says, I didn't even want to marry her, I don't even... And then you will start acting just so that he can actually choose you. Bro, what? You should have your mind made up to say, you know what? Do you get me? If a man wants to marry you, you should not be swayed here and there, left, right, center. Notice he said to Gigi, you're already my wife. Meaning he's already cuffed her, he's already grabbed her. He's already... but they're saying that I should marry. No, here, there, no. I'm not saying Gigi's own was perfect or she knew what she was doing, because she has her own faults. She's also crying there, healing, and posting scripture day and night, left, right, center. Yeah. You people, yeah. But why don't you two do a podcast? Talk. You've dated the same man. You've gone through, you've seen some stuff in the cults that you entered. Those are conversations that you can sit and have. But you're busy now fighting Tim Comri. Hey, when? You're giving this man more power and more clout than he needs. Like because how many times are we going to sit here listening to him address you people? It's like, okay, you people say you want to hear the word of God, but all we can hear is him addressing one ex here, there, one addressing. Bro. Okay. That's the fun of it, I guess. That's what you people like, give him more clout, give him more views, and then you complain he's a thief. Exactly. You're getting him more views because these people, they use good publicity, bad publicity equals publicity. And then the coins will continue to go to him and his boys. If he's what you say he is, now he's paying his little mandems. While you are there saying, he didn't give me much money. We went. Continue anyway. It's entertainment for us. This is where our YouTube Premium money is going. It's entertainment. We get to hear people's escapades, what they were doing in their bedrooms, where they were going, this and this. Continue though. While I'm busy here doing my own thing, I'll just be listening. Oh, wow. Is that why he's like, oh, wow. Yeah. That's why we called for the exposure. If you've got any more, expose. Because we're tired of hearing, I was in a cult. Expose more stuff. Not, I was in a cult. But by the way, I was in a cult. It's like you kept yourself in that cult. Because it's like... it seems like you were kind of deliberately keeping yourself in the cult. As I said to Gigi, did he say, me and you are in a relationship, did he say, I want you to be my girl? Then maybe we can take the next step and take this further. I mean, it doesn't really necessarily have to say that. But it's like, do you get? Oh no, he just said, my father said I should marry Maggie, but I don't want to marry her. Do you know how many African men will say that? Yet they know, yet they'll keep their wife private because, they'll just toast you and tell you what you want to hear because they know women fall for words. That's when you people will keep your hearts broken because what you were told, what you were expecting is not really reality. And then you end up paying for therapy when you could be going on vacation with your girls, your friends. When your friends were saying some things, you should have just said, babes, let's just book a holiday. Let's just go out and do something. Let's just so that I can get over this man because he thinks I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. You're telling me that you don't want to marry this woman, but why is she bringing grocery bags to your house? Why is her car parked outside your house? None of those questions ever came out. It just seems that you just wanted to taste his peen. That's what it seems like. That's why I said it was very surface level. But each to their own. I had said to myself, I'm no longer talking about this whole church ministry thing because, to be honest, it's boring to me. I'm bored. Do you get me? Like, I'm bored of it. I've been counting the time, like it's been 8 months since this whole exposure, whatever. And I'm like, go and sit with your fellow sinners then. See if you're such a sinner. I can say is, Lovey, don't worry about the deal because I've got other things going on now. Yeah? And no, I won't block you. We'll just sit and watch the progress of, the progression of what's happening in your ministry. Yes. And I will mention whatever name I want to mention because at the end of the day, your names are public. And you get me. Whatever you try, do, it will send back to you times 10. Yeah. Back to you times 10. You deal with that. You deal with that. Yeah, you deal with that.